Today is all about shoulders. I'm gonna give you an in-depth shoulder workout. This isn't just gonna be me working out and a couple of voiceovers. This is gonna be some in-depth shizzle. So, if you want to know exactly how to train your shoulders with some scientific background and watch me train, then keep on watching, and I truly hope you enjoy this video. Let's get to the gym. Okay guys, so we've just arrived into the gym, and to help me with this in-depth shoulder workout, I have Laura, and she's going to be our model for today. I'm going to be working out as well, but she's also going to assist me and I'm going to assist her, so you guys can see a full-on demonstration. So the first thing we're going to do is activate those shoulders. You ready? Yes. Right, let's go.
The first thing we're going to do is activation. If you're someone who really struggles to feel their shoulder workouts, a primary reason could be you're not activating the muscles prior to working out. The first exercise to activate the shoulders is going to be a simple lateral raise, basically a shoulder side raise. Position your feet shoulder width apart with your core nice and engaged, your chest slightly raised. Bend your elbows and bring them in line with your neck. You want to kind of imagine someone is pushing down your shoulders and you want to keep it up there. Contract your delts and bring your arms back down. Repeat for about 15 reps and then move on to the next activation exercise. The next exercise to activate your shoulders is going to be a cable external rotation. And essentially what I want you to do is use the cable, of course, for this exercise, and keep your elbows nice and tucked into your body. Now the reason being is you want to isolate completely your rotator cuffs. You gotta keep your rotator cuffs strong, and by adding some of these bad boys at the start of your workout, it will help promote healthy shoulders. Your rotational cuffs are inside of your shoulders, so you don't primarily see them. You're gonna see your 3 delts as opposed to your rotator cuffs, but you have to keep them healthy. If you're someone who doesn't go to the gym and wants to activate their shoulders at home, simple stretches and band movements like I'm showing you here are really, really great, and it doesn't require any gym equipment. You don't have to use a band, you can also just use the resistance of your arms.
Okay, so as you saw, we are all warmed up and activated. Activation is so fundamental to any shoulder workout that you are going to do. It will prevent injuries, it will get you warmed up. And like I said, you have to activate. If you're not feeling your shoulder workouts, it is because probably, most likely, you are not activating. And please don't give me that excuse that you don't have time. All you need is a good 6 minutes to activate, and it will help you in the long run. Just trust me. Those rotator cuffs are so essential for you to warm up, so just don't be lazy. Please, please, please. Warming up, prevent an injury. Now we're ready for our workout.
The shoulders are comprised by 3 fundamental muscles: your anterior, your middle, and your posterior delts, which essentially is your front, your middle, and your back delts. Now, I like to divide my shoulder workouts by targeting each muscle equally. A fantastic exercise to target your front delts would be a shoulder press. You can perform a shoulder press with dumbbells or barbell. This is completely optional. And yes, some of you might be sitting at home thinking, surely a front raise will target your front delts better. But actually, a study by Sweeney in 2014 found that a shoulder press engaged the anterior delts more than a front raise. Can you believe that? When performing a military press, as shown by Laura, you want to make sure you're comfortable. Keep your chest nice and raised, your core engaged and strong. Bring the barbell just below your chin before pressing back up. To help target your middle delts, I found that a lot of people get a little bit cocky with side raises. What I mean by this is a side raise should be performed with structure and isolation. And a few people pick very heavy weights, swing their bodies forward, and use a lot of their knees and lower bodies to help them lift the weight back up. By lowering the weight, and focusing on isolating the middle delts, you will feel a contraction of the exercise much more. Start off by placing your feet shoulder width apart, engage your core and raise your chest. You want to make sure your chest is nice and proud. By raising your chest, you are helping to isolate your shoulders, so you avoid using a lot of your traps. And I found that when some people do side raises, they tend to engage their traps, and that is because you are swinging a lot, you are using ridiculously heavy weights, and you are not isolating your middle delts. So make sure, go light, progress, it takes time, don't rush this movement. And also please make sure that your elbows have a slight bend to them. You don't want to have them completely stiff. Moving on to rear delts. Now this exercise was actually shown to me by Shane Raymond, and he is a lifetime natural pro bodybuilder, ranked number 4 in the world, people, so he knows what he's talking about. You see, you feel me? So this next exercise really helps to target the rear delts. What you want to do is keep the bench at an incline, and then you want to bring your shoulders almost in front of the bench as if you're about to hug the bench. Allow your hands to hang in front, and then you want to lift your arms just slightly in front but at an angle, but not completely to the side. Now this will help avoid you using your traps and almost just completely isolating your rear delts. I was so pleasantly surprised when I first tried this movement, because I tend to do this exercise where my hands are actually horizontal, but doing it this way really helped. Another rear delt exercise that you could try is the reverse Peck machine. And as you can see here, Laura is moving horizontally, and your rear delts are behind, so naturally you want horizontal movements. But this does also mean that you will target a little bit of your traps, and they will play into the equation. But don't worry too much, the reverse Peck machine is absolutely fantastic for rear delts. Another fact about the shoulders is that the shoulders are actually comprised of type 1 and type 2 muscle fibers, which essentially means they have fast and slow twitch fibers. This also means that the shoulders should be trained with a mixture of both. Explosive exercises are great to optimize growth. I actually saw this exercise by Jeff Cavallera and I absolutely loved it. I had to try it, and it is a staple in my shoulder workouts. As you can see here, you're explosively raising the ball and slowly bringing it back down with optimum control. This is a fantastic explosive fast twitch shoulder movement that you can try with the medicine ball. Try not for kind of a challenging ball, not too light, because you want to have the resistance of the ball pushing you back down and then you throwing it back up. Okay, so that was the end of the workout and the in-depth video. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed it, and make sure to check out the description box. I will put what I did with Laura in the description box so you guys didn't miss anything. And also let me know if you like this video, because if you do like this video in this format, then I can do kind of a similar format for leg day, back day, whatever you fancy. Make sure that you're subscribed to this channel and you are following me on Instagram. Comment down below for any future videos that you would like to see. Sorry it's so bumpy driving home right now. Well, I'm not driving, but you get it. And remember that I love you always and forever. Bye.